Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to get into an X post from Splinterlands, the team, talking about a big secret that's coming for the rewards within Splinterlands. If that sounds interesting, stick around and stay tuned. Otherwise, check out the next video. All right, so you guys know it. My name is Dwayne Cunningham. I go by Infidel1258. We cover Splinterlands on the channel because I love it. It's changed my life, and I believe it could change yours. And I recently celebrated my joy and my duration in Splinterlands with a gift to myself, with this little gift that you'll see here. Got this hoodie from Block Styles, and no, this is not sponsored. Block Style didn't do anything for me to list this or to mention this, but it's just an awesome hoodie, and so I wanted to share what I did or what I got. As you can see here, USD valuation there. Got on the front, it's got the retro logo with the alpha, betas, monsters listed there, which is awesome. I see the gold dragon. I recognize a few of them. Oh, orc. I recognize 3 or 4 of them that I can't quite name. Anyways, and then on the back, it's got the more modern logo. And on the arm, it says Splinterlands. I love it. Maybe you will too. Check it out if you do. Okay, so loving Splinterlands. Excited for what's coming next. You know, I've been playing a lot of Conclave lately, as well as Modern. I'm also botting in Wild as much as my energy will allow. I'm attending to Splinterlands in every way possible. I'm activating more land. I've been buying more Conclave cards. I'm more excited now than I have been ever. And that feeling has persisted for the last 2 years, I would say. And so, you know, there's a lot to celebrate, but my Frontier mode is like the recent piece that has really drawn greater and greater attention, not just from me, but from the player base. And this new experience with the daily rewards and the foundation cards that are being given away, that are sellable, tradable, transferable, that actually carry real world value. When you come over to Peak Monsters, you can see some of those cards are, you know, several dollars. Foundation, these cards, gold foils, are handed out in packs occasionally, right? $37 for low buy on that one, $35 on that, $25, $19, $52, high bid of $20. You know, these cards are real world valuations being given to players for their time and attention. Love it. Is it going to stop here? Apparently not. They're iterating within the Frontier mode, because not only now do you receive daily rewards, but from your season activity, you can see the leaderboard. The leaderboard rewards is another reward function that they're handing out to people, which is more of the same. More of the foundation sets will be handed out to the best of the best. If you have the highest rating, Latheron, gonna get 10 foundation packs, as well as 20 extra foundation credits or whatever those are called, which is, you know, an opportunity to pull a GFA or a black foil, which could be crazy, right? Because for all those cards that I pointed to earlier, those gold foils and how interesting those can be, if you're able to get one of these, the values on these is like, what is it? I don't even know. Black foils, do some of these sell? Probably. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure what the values would be. It looks like somebody $25 on that one. Like some of these are moving. I don't know how many of them. I don't know how much of the looks like the Ulan sold. Let's have a look. And you can see the data if you come into month. Have we sold any of this stuff? I think we have. No, for the last 4 weeks we haven't. So the market valuation is not entirely accurate or whatever. Nevertheless, these are rewards that are being doled out for time and effort in the game, and it doesn't need to stop here, and it's not going to stop here. They're iterating in terms of leaderboard results, but now, as we see on X, they're planning to do more. So Splinterlands, the official, came through and dropped this post, and they said, hi, it's me, the intern. Y'all like those Splinterlands Frontier rewards? Just wait to see what's cooking up for ranked. And googly eyes, is that a fallen leaf and a flame? I'm assuming it's like in the fall, this fall, we're gonna do something big. It's gonna be fire. And okay, disappearing before the devs cast silence on me. I'm gonna say, first of all, this is Blaze and nobody else. And second of all, Blaze and the team have been just really driving driving the ball forward, doing some amazing things that are, some of which I pointed to, and others of which I'm expecting. Like what, we talked about Frontier rewards, we talked about Foundation cards. I haven't mentioned it here, but I've mentioned it before. There's a new Soulbound set coming. Are they Soulbound? Are they not? Are they partially Soulbound in certain contexts? What does that look like at all? Rethinking that is another piece of what's coming within Splinterlands. But then this hint or comment makes me think immediately of Frontier mode in the Foundation set and the sellable, tradable value that's earned within this context. Those cards have driven player-based growth. Let's look at that quickly. We come over here, we come into explore, more, dashboard, stats dashboard, and we look at new players. In the last 33 days, 533 spellbooks have been sold. There's been 5,321 signups in Splinterlands over the last 30 days. There's been 171 daily average signups in Splinterlands over the last 30 days. This is really important information because it points towards a significant trend. Let's look at the last 3 months. Last 3 months, 750 spellbooks. So that means in the preceding 2 months, there was this ticking up of, probably 100 and then 150. And then now, 500 or 400 in the last 30. And you could dive deep into it if you wanted and really break it down. Looks like there's been some unique, let's remove the player signups. Let's just look at this is just spellbook sales. See, look, bit of a peak in June with 13 on one given day, and then it's fired up in July 30th or August 1st with 10. And then suddenly this, I would say that's very meaningful. 34, 36. And yeah, is it declining? Let's watch and see. Because if what I'm expecting is about to happen, that this is pointing toward more tradable rewards, not just in Frontier, but in Wild or Modern or Wild, then I think the sky's the limit. I think that's very potentially possible. And I think if so, it's hugely exciting. Let's be really clear. I'm talking about issuing a new Soulbound set or a new reward card set that would be earnable through participation in the game. And it probably would be released first in Modern, because Modern would be the place where we know humans are playing humans. At least that's the promise of peer-to-peer within Modern. You're not supposed to be able to automate or bot your account. And I would say that makes the most logical place to issue such a reward. And after you started there, then maybe you expand it into Wild. But I think somehow we need to ascertain that the participants are genuine human players and not just bots. Because if it's bottable, then I would say thousands of accounts will come online and they'll bot those rewards into zero valuation. But if the rewards are playable in Modern, that's hugely desirable. If those rewards are tradable and sellable, that's hugely excitable, like for the community, and for not just the existing community, but for the community that are looking and who are curious and who will yet come. And so I'm saying if we're talking about this meaning, you like those Splinterlands or those Frontier rewards, just wait to see what we're cooking up for ranked, not clearly explaining whether it's Wild or Modern, but I'm going to assume in conjunction with the expectation that we're going to see new reward card set, which they already said is coming. I believe they said in October, which is a month away. That would mean that we might be seeing a non-soulbound set in Modern League, I would think first, that will be tradable, sellable, transferable, real world valuation in your pocket immediately upon rewards. So you win in your league, you unlock a certain amount of glint, and you come to the marketplace and you buy reward cards. And currently these reward cards are not transferable. These chests are what they are. They're cool, they're valuable in the sense of they allow you to play at a high level of success. Maybe they allow you to unlock rewards in not just your rank experience, but also in survival mode or wherever else. If this is what it's like, but these cards are tradable, transferable, immediately unlocked, the attention and the eyeballs that were drawn to Splinterlands will be multitudes higher. We're talking like I'm saying, like, is it 5x? Is it 2x? Is it 5x? Is it 10x bigger? But think about this. The rewards for Foundation have driven adoption, player-based growth, spellbook sales. And if there's rewards that are not capped at half value, like the Foundation set is capped at half value, because it cannot, like, every epic only goes to level 3, every common only goes to level 5, every legendary only goes to level 2, whereas the regular cards go to commons 10, rares 8, epic 6, and legendary 4. To the idea that there would be a brand new set of reward cards that are meaningful and powerful. Oh, let's go Rift Gem. We're going to rip that one for sure. That they would be amazing rewards that are playable in Modern, which is the most highly rewarded, highly prized, ranked system in the game. And on another one, let's go. Let's go. And that these would be tradable is absolutely going to drive people crazy, because there'll be brand new supply of an amazing new card that's max level impactful at the highest levels in this game. If Foundation reward cards are driving adoption like this, you have to multiply this sort of result by 2, 5, or 10x. And I don't even know. I'm not sure how big the dream was that. But again, Foundation cards are max level half quality of what a regular card is. And Foundation cards are not even that good. If we come in here and we look at cards, we look at Foundation, you know this. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. I'm going to presume you don't, because I want to spell this out for everybody. The Foundation cards are underwhelming. Their stats for their cost are absolutely poor, and they max level at half the level of a regular card. If the new reward cards in the game are back to a tradable place, and if these cards, these Foundation cards, have driven adoption, you have to think that the new adoption coming from new amazing reward cards will be multitudes and a magnification of what this has done for us. And the only thing you could begin to sort of think about would be to come back all the way to look at these reward cards and remember how excited people were to unlock Oceanuses and Pellicor Mercenaries back when they were still unlockable, because these were reward cards and they were not soulbound. These were tradable, they were earnable, and at least initially when these things were being sold, it was driving massive adoption, and new player-based growth meant desired for these cards. So cards like Oceanus were selling for like $20 a unit. Now they're like 50 cents or something like that. Yeah, 50 cents. I really think this is huge. And I know I'm speculating a lot based off of a cryptic comment from Splinterlands, but I absolutely believe, in fact, they talked about it in the recent town hall, that they're working on another reward card set, and that they are debating whether or not those will be tradable or whether they'll be soulbound. Will they be soulbound in some contexts? Will they be entirely unlocked? Will they be unlockable at a much cheaper rate? All of it was on the table. And given the background and context of what Foundation has done for the game and with player-based adoption already, I have to believe they're going to double down on that. I have to believe that they're going to lean into tradable reward cards. But my one expectation or my one caveat or my one hope would be that it focuses in the Modern League at first, because Wild would open the door for automation and bot abuse. Ultimately, it might be desirable for both, but Modern is the first, I would think. Let's find out together in the coming days, maybe the coming weeks. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the upcoming reward card set, and whether you think, like me, that a tradable Modern reward set would translate to massive adoption. I actually think if we're getting 500 new players in from Frontier mode and the attraction that represents, that we have to think we're going to have, 2,500 to 5,000 extra spellbook sales once a Modern set of soulbound reward cards is released, and assuming they're powerful, assuming they're functional, assuming they're going to level high level of success, and assuming they're only available in Modern. I would say that that's going to drive their tradability, will drive adoption. Just watch. Let's find out together. Have an amazing day. God bless.